behalf of the deputy mayor, he's feeling under the weather today. So of course, we're very careful with COVID, and we didn't want to make anyone sick, so he's decided that it's probably best he stay home right now. I don't think he is ill with COVID, but again, he's taking precautions. Next, I guess, we do not have any business arising from the minutes that I can remember. So I have some proclamations. We are remembering, of course, that that the period from November 1st to the 11th, 2020, is declared as the Remembrance Period in the city of Corner Brook. And of course, that's at the request of the Royal Canadian Legion. And again, I think it's important at this time to support our Legion and our veterans. And again, I'd like to just pass on as well some important information for the Wednesday's commemoration. Due to the pandemic, of course, we will not be gathering publicly at the cenotaph, and we ask that people do not congregate there for public safety reasons. I know that many people, again, attend that event. It's become very, very popular over the last number of years, and rightly so. But unless you have been specifically invited, we are going to lay 6 wreaths, of course, to commemorate this important day. But we're asking the public, please refrain from coming. Please remember, of course, celebrate the Poppy campaign, donate. It's been a rough year for our Legion, and accordingly a rough year for veterans. So please do your best to support the Poppy campaign and support our Legion as well. So again, just want to pass that on, and I'm sure that everyone around the tables here could agree that it's an important time, but please do not come down to the square on Remembrance Day. So we have some tenders and some other business. Councillor Buckle, would you like to tell us about change order for traffic signal improvements at West Street, please?
Yeah, yes, Mr. Mayor, this is a balancing change order to cover final quantities as constructed. The primary source of change was additional asphalt, which was increased from the contract quality to reduce the number of surface joints and repair areas up to stress. A detailed breakdown of the balance qualities is attached. Okay, upgrades were required to improve safety and bring the traffic systems up to current national standards. This project is a phase 1 of an overall traffic signal improvement program and has been underway since early spring of this year. Due to the extensiveness of the traffic control system, upgrades at one of Corner Brook's intersections at West Street and Main Street for a total increase in contract price of $25,981.82, HST included. I so move.
Thank you. Would someone like to second that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Any questions on this item?
So, Mr. Mayor, I guess the only question I had, the budget for that was $202,002.
Yep.
Or is that included with the $25,981?
Mr. Charters, maybe you could...
$2?
Yep.
Or is that included with the $25,981?
Mr. Charters, maybe you could... Us.
Mr. Mayor, the original budget for that project was $202,000. The contract came in at $263,000, and adding this change order in, we're at about $282,000. We have realized some savings in other capital projects, so that's how we intend to cover this overage off.
Okay, thank you. Any questions?
that was the extension of the pavement. We moved it out farther than what we had.
One of the traffic signal poles had to be relocated. That was part of this change order, but the vast majority of it was paving the entire intersection. Sometimes when you put the loops in, you got to cut the asphalt and it leaves a bad joint, so the decision was made to finish it all.
Finish it all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions here before we go to vote? Okay, thank you. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Counterminded? Carried. The next one, Councillor Granter, if you would, O'Connell Drive, Woodman's Avenue.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As per SGC 2.0 for liability of excess engineering costs, the awarded contract value is reduced by $30,260 plus HST, so that's equivalent to $34,790 to cover 34 days of inspection time at $690 plus HST and 80 hours of contract administration at $85 an hour plus HST. The bottom of the existing culvert is rusted out and water is traveling under the pipe. Lack of an adequate head wall at the culvert entrance reduces flow capacity and results in erosion around the pipe entrance. There's a risk of pipe failure, therefore replacement was a priority. Approve change order number 1 between the owner, City of Corner Brook, and the contractor, West Coast Excavating and Equipment Limited, for a decrease in the contract price of $34,799 HST included. So be it resolved, Mr. Mayor, that the Council of the City of Corner Brook approve change order number 1 between the owner, City of Corner Brook, and the contractor, West Coast Excavating and Equipment Limited, for a decrease in the contract price of $34,799, HST included. So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Would someone like to second that?
Mr. Mayor.
Okay, questions
I
on?
think, Mr. Mayor, Councillor Granter meant to say increase instead of decrease.
I know it's an actual decrease in this one.
Next one is an increase.
Next one was an increase.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this is,
My humblest apologies to you, their esteemed colleague.
That's okay, Councillor?
this is one of those ones I guess we see quite often, but they're usually not done
Just hang
together.
on a second.
Yeah.
Increase in the next one.
Yeah, it's to cover off the other one.
Mr. Mayor, it's a good project to have completed. There have been numerous challenges in that area over the years with flooding over the road, flooding up through some homes as well with water backing up into them. This project here has been on the books for a while. It's good to see it finally completed. And I guess the residents of the area can finally get some relaxation, I guess if you want to put it that way, in terms of the midwinter thaw and freeze.
Yeah.
That hopefully we will not have any more issues in that area. In that relation.
Absolutely.
Also, Mr. Mayor, like, we should compliment everybody that was involved with that because the traffic moved along there pretty good.
Pretty smooth.
Pretty smooth all summer long in that thing. So it was a great job done.
It definitely took a little longer, I guess, than we all anticipated, but want to put a spoiler alert here for Councillor Granter, but again, resulting in a $35,000 or $37,000 change that really gets passed back to the contractor. Cost the city nothing except for a little more inconvenience in terms of time, but a massive project with, again, considering. So, any other? Oh, we have some technical problems over here. 1 second.
Is it COVID problem?
Yes. Okay, you got it? Good, thank you. Any other questions on this one? No? Good. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. And the subsequent one, Councillor Granter?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Issue additional engineering fees at our inspection, expenses, and contract administration over project completion time in the amount of $30,260 plus HST, so that's $34,799. This has been deducted from the contractor change order number 1. The bottom of the existing culvert is rusted out and water is traveling under the pipe. Same issue that we just dealt with a few minutes ago. The recommendation approve amendment number 2 between the owner of the City of Corner Brook and the consultant Anderson Engineering for the O'Connell Drive at Woodlands Avenue culvert replacement for an increase in the prime consulting agreement of $34,799, HST included. Be it resolved, Mr. Mayor, that the Council of the City of Corner Brook approve amendment number 2 between the owner, the City of Corner Brook, and the consultant Anderson Engineering for the O'Connell Drive at Woodlands Avenue culvert replacement for an increase in the prime consulting agreement of $34,799, even HST included. So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Someone like to second that?
I'll second it, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this one? Again, I think it follows from the previous discussion. Okay, so all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Excellent, thank you very much. Next, we have supply of phosphates for corrosion control. Councillor Carey.
Mr. Mayor, the current standing offer contract for phosphates for corrosion control has expired. City of Corner Brook has requested bids for the supply of the phosphates for corrosion control, and on a standing offer basis, Public Works, Water and Wastewater issued a tender for the supply of 12,000 kilograms of water treatment plant chemical phosphates for a one-year period commencing December 2020 with an option for a one-year extension. The tender closed on November the 3rd, 2020, and all compliant bids are listed below. In US dollars, excise tax, duty, HST are extra. Shannon Chemical Corporation, $71,760. Alpha Chemical Limited, $89,760. Univar Solutions, $73,080. And Brentar Canada Inc., $80,280. Therefore, be it resolved that the City of Corner Brook award the one-year standing offer contract to Shannon Chemical Corporation in the amount of $71,760 US currency. Excise tax, duty, HST would be extra for the supply of water treatment plant chemical phosphate. I so move, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Someone like to second that?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councillor. Questions on this item?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, in the background, it says that the option is there to have an extension of 1 year, so it could be a 2-year contract. Would the second year fall or come under the same price as the first year at $71,760? So they will be at the same price in the second year as it is in the first year?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Okay. And of course, Mr. Burden, you know what the question is going to be next. How does this compare to
Last year.
last year?
The price is actually up almost 89% over last year.
Wow.
This was not unexpected. Last year's bid was an error.
Oh, okay.
So we budgeted for the increase for 2021, and we've also, because of COVID, have quite a bit of this chemical on hand at the plant, so it'll only require one order at that price, at the new price.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Yes.
Mr. Mayor, what is the exchange rate now? American dollar, anyone know?
7%?
I would guess we're close to $100,000 Canadian plus taxes.
Well, by the time you put excise tax and HST,
Just let the residents know the difference, really.
Yeah, chemical for our water plant, of course, is very, well, necessary, but also very costly. So this is why water conservation efforts and, again, internal leak detection, things like that are so important. Any other questions here, folks? Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried. Next, Councillor Staben, I believe we have an assessment review commissioner to name.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. And I guess the issue at hand for all of us tonight is pursuant to Section 31(1) of the Assessment Act of the City of Corner Brook, we are required to appoint a person to the position of Assessment Review Commissioner for the upcoming year of 2021. The city has solicited expressions of interest in the position, and one submission was received. Staff recommends the appointment of Mr. Waterman as the Assessment Review Commissioner for the 2021 tax year. He has held a number of positions in his career until which he was responsible for property acquisition and also disposition. He served on several panels and hearing in relation to statutes and regulations, and he has served as the city's commissioner for the past 7 years. Therefore, Mr. Mayor, be it resolved to appoint Mr. Dennis Waterman as the Assessment Review Commissioner for the upcoming year, 2021. So moved.
Thank you. Someone like to second that? Thank you. Questions on this one?
Just a quick question if I can, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
I know that Mr. Waterman will do an exceptional job. What's the process that we go through when we're appointing a commissioner? Do we call for, solicit publicly? How do we do it?
Well, maybe Mr. Park could enlighten us. It's not fair that everyone else gets to speak except him.
Yeah, I think the question was what the process we go through to, so we advertise an expression of interest, we advertise it on our website, it's also advertised on our social media. We put it in there, I guess, for anyone that's been in. For the past several years, we've rarely had more than, I can't think of an occasion where we've had more than one applicant. So I know a number of years back, we actually had to go looking for applicants. So it's not unusual to only have a single applicant.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried. Well, this next one, this is an exciting one. Councillor Chason, this is a great opportunity. Tell us about, if you would, municipal and mill wastewater co-treatment investigation.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I don't have it on my iPad, it's not cooperating tonight, like Councillor Staben over there. He wasn't either. The City of Corner Brook requested a proposal for CBCL Limited to conduct an investigation to municipal and CBPNP mill wastewater co-treatment. Both Corner Brook Pulp and Paper and the City of Corner Brook are required to provide wastewater treatment. There may be possibilities for the co-treatment of the effluent, which the city wishes to evaluate and determine if there are advantages to treating the effluent in some form of a combined process. The city has received a grant in the amount of $56,200 under the Green Municipal Fund towards conducting an investigation of co-treatment options. The resolution is be it resolved that the City of Corner Brook award wastewater co-treatment investigation project to CBCL Limited for the estimated cost of $112,500 plus HST. I so move.
Thank you. Would someone like to second that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this item?
Just a quick question, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
So I'm assuming that the total there between the FCM funding and the mill funding is around $84,000, so the city is paying the rest out of our coffers.
That's correct.
It's a worthwhile project, Mr. Mayor. If it comes so that we can actually do it, it will save us a lot of money.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, were there some efforts or work done in the past, a few years ago, on this idea to partner with Corner Brook Pulp and Paper? Was it just chatting in the community, or were there actually any studies done? I know there was some talk a few years ago, but I'm wondering, under previous council, not under this council, but
Yeah, I don't know.
my memory serves me right.
I don't know if Mr. Charters, bring the mic
It
over a
would have
little
been
bit.
perhaps
There you go.
prior to your time.
Mr. Mayor, as I understand it, there were discussions years ago when our master plan was completed, but it didn't get much traction, the co-treatment option, so we moved on from that, but now it's back on the table.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, at that time as well, the treatment, my understanding is, because I was on council at the time, the treatment process and the rules and regulations federally have changed somewhat from what they were when we were originally looking at it. So that made it, I guess, a little more viable for us to look at the present time. What rules they were, I can't recall specifically, but there were some slight changes environmentally, I think, with some of the rules and regulations and the way that Corner Brook Pulp and Paper were treating their effluent.
Okay.
And I will say that we've had, oh yes, go ahead,
Go
Councillor.
ahead.
No, I was just going to say that we have had really good, I must say, we've had a very good relationship with the mill recently on a number of fronts. And so, again, their willingness to look for places where we can cooperate, I think makes us all a little healthier and a little more viable. So if something like this did work out, it would be fantastic. You're absolutely right. Go ahead, Councillor.
I guess I'm just going to wonder what our timeline would be if this was successful. I guess probably I'll put the cart before the horse right now, because we do have a set date on when we're supposed to have this finished. But what would it look like now if we were successful? Would it shorten up that timeline, or?
I don't know, Mr. Charters.
And maybe, Mr. Charters, you can't even answer that, but like, would we be ahead of the game, so to speak?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, that's a very difficult question to answer for sure. What I will say is it could save the city a lot of money in the end. We don't know that yet. It's going to take several months to do this study, and at that point I could give you a better answer. But right now that's a tough question to answer.
Yeah, sorry about that, but I'm just thinking
No
about
worries.
our timeline, because I know it was pretty tight on our, within the
Absolutely.
last couple of years, we've been saying, gotta be done, gotta be done, gotta be done, right? So,
And again, I guess the biggest hurdle we're facing as a city right now, of course, is finding funding. that would be appropriate for this project.
Yeah.
We've been pursuing our own separate avenue, of course, and we've done submissions to ISIP before to complete, I guess, the first phase of other ways to treat our waste. But it's been difficult to get traction without, I guess, a lot of investment from the provincial and federal, in particular, government. So again, I think we're fighting this on many fronts to try and find a way through, because you're right, Councillor, that the clock is ticking.
Clock is ticking, yeah. And I'm just
Absolutely.
wondering if we partner with them, would it shorten our
And
clock?
hopefully this would be not only shorter, but maybe more cost-effective and provide, I guess, a greater
Perfect.
stability for both of us.
So
Yeah.
win-win for all of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely could save some time in the end.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. I guess that's all I was looking for, Director Charters. I wasn't expecting like, yeah, by this date it's going to be finished. But
I would never do that.
Yes, Councillor.
Yeah, no, I just want to say, Mr. Mayor, reflecting back to Councillor Granter's question, I think Council did discuss this somewhere around 2015. And you got to have to remember then, I don't think there was any interest forthcoming from Kruger at that particular time. But I think the economic situations of the mill were totally different, what they were then and what they are now.
Yep.
And now the mill is quite interested, and I think they're prepared to put some money into the equation. So I think let's see where this takes us.
Absolutely. Okay, any other questions? Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. And as well, Councillor Chason, we have a discretionary use of 14 Wheelers Road, a home-based office.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The City of Cornwall has received an application requesting permission to operate a home-based business office from a dwelling located at 14 Wheelers Road, which is located in a residential medium-density zone. The background on that is a notice was delivered to the residents in the immediate area, 14 Wheelers Road, indicating the proposed home-based business office. As a result of this notice, no submissions were received. Parking has been reviewed and sufficient parking is present. After review of the application and the results of the notice to the residents, Development and Planning Department is recommending that approval be granted for the requested home-based business. So the motion is, be it resolved that the City of Corner Brook approve the application to operate a home-based business office from the dwelling located at 14 Wheelers Road in accordance with Regulation 11, discretionary powers of authority. I so move.
Thank you. Someone would like to second that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this item?
Just a point I want to make, Mr. Mayor. I have a relative living in the area, so I don't know that will be a conflict or not.
I think we can rule on that.
Actually, I have a sister living in the area. That's why I raise it.
I think we can rule on that if you'd like.
Please, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, so would someone like to put forward a motion that maybe the councillor is not in a
Yes.
conflict of interest?
I will.
Would
Yeah.
someone like to second that?
So moved.
Thank
Second,
you.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, so
Okay,
all those who believe the councillor is not in a conflict of interest, please say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You're free.
You don't get off of it that easy.
There you go. Yes, go ahead, councillor.
No, okay, okay.
Okay. Any other questions on this one? Pretty straightforward, I think. And again, I think it says that there's no proposed clientele to visit the dwelling, so, okay. Okay, so we'll take a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Next, we have a purchase and sale agreement for 36 Water Street. Councillor Staben, if you would,
Yeah,
please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I guess the background on this is land management was approached by the owners of 36 Water Street, and they requested to purchase city land located adjacent to their current property. The land in question is made from two smaller pieces that were obtained back in 1977 and 1980. The neighboring property owners were contacted, and they were not interested in the city land. The owner of 36 West Water Street intends to consolidate with his current land and keep it maintained. Therefore, Mr. Mayor, be it resolved to approve the execution of the purchase and sale agreement between the City of Corner Brook and the owner of 36 Water Street for city land on that same street. So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank
Second,
you
Mr.
very
Mayor.
much. Thank you. Any questions on this one? No? Again, I think that the land
I wanted
itself...
to say something, but not on the motion.
Oh, okay.
After.
After the motion? Okay, perfect. Okay, so no other questions before we vote? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, Mr. Mayor, when we discussed this at briefing, I suggested that we take it back to F&A for further review and discussion, which we did. I think you were there. And I think the committee itself on policy was deemed reasonable moving forward, and that staff would proceed with land management sales in the normal fashion. And if there was a problem, that would come back to F&A for the good housekeeping seal of approval and expedite it moving forward. So I think that so we did discuss this at F&A.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And which brings us, again, is a good segue, because, of course, annually we have to do council appointments. We've tried, I guess, a number of different structures in terms of engagement for the public this year, and, well, previous years as well, all through this term. So, as you saw, I think 2 weeks ago, we moved to a committee of the whole structure, and that's a format comprised of members of council, all members of council, and chaired by the mayor, and shared graciously by our media friends, Rogers. These are scheduled once a month, and this will hopefully lead to better transparency and communication, reduce the duplication of items moving through our old standing committee structure and privilege meetings, like the briefing sessions that Councillor Staben just mentioned. To, I guess, facilitate that, we've appointed members of council as topic leads throughout. So the idea is they will be briefed and be able to speak to these matters. To the extent possible, of course, we'll still rely on help from our staff. The topic leads for this coming year, development and planning, Councillor Chason, public safety, Councillor Carey, public works, Councillor Granter, recreation and tourism, Councillor Buckle, and capital projects, Deputy Mayor. Now, not to leave out Councillor Staben, we will have one other standing committee, and that is finance and administration. A lot of items that council has to deal with that cannot be discussed, at least at first publicly, will come through that committee, as the councillor alluded to. So when it comes to policies around land and HR and things like that, they'll go through that committee. But of course, like everything else, everything has to come and see the light of day here at the council chamber. As well, we have a number of advisory committees. These are committees that where we draw on the expertise and the experience of our community. So that includes our Accessibility and Inclusive Community Committee, and that's chaired by Councillor Chason and with Councillor Granter. And we have a Community Partners Committee that includes our nonprofits around the city that I chair. As well, we have a Youth Advisory Committee that Councillor Chason chairs. We have a special committee for this coming year, the Regional Aquatic Centre Governance Committee. So this is a committee that meets every so often to work with our neighbouring communities as well as Grenfell to hammer out details about how our new aquatic centre will work and how it will be funded in an operational manner. And of course, I'd like to remind everyone of our ongoing outside appointments. So this is work that our council members do on other committees. That includes Western Regional Waste Management with Councillor Staben and Councillor Carey, of course. The Rotary Arts Centre downstairs, Councillor Granter. Great Humber Joint Council, Councillor Carey and Councillor Buckle, continue there. Port Corporation that I sit on, and the Airport Authority that the Deputy Mayor sits on. So, I was wondering if someone would like to move the approval of these appointments.
So move it, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Would someone like to second that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Thank you. And last but not least, the city manager. Mr. Cumby, you have a report for us?
Yes. Council has granted delegated authority to the city manager or acting city manager to execute contracts or agreements and applications on behalf of the organization subject to the application of contract or agreement being funded in the current year's operating budget or capital budget. And that the contract agreement or application is for a term of 5 years or less. This process allows for efficient and effective management of council expenditures church-wide, having mechanisms in place to ensure accountability and reporting process for each transaction. So in short, that means that the city manager has the, or acting city manager has the authority to make certain expenditures and then come back to council afterwards and get approval, which is what I'm asking for here today in regards to a replacement of a attainment wall on Broadway, which we noticed when we had the fire at the National Shoe Store. Here we noticed that the retaining wall was a wooden structure that was foundering, and we had to replace it as soon as possible.
Okay. Any questions on this item? This is just an information item, of course. We've already vested that authority in the city manager. And so any questions on that particular item? So I assume that's an old, again, so we're holding up Broadway there, are we?
We're holding up Broadway.
Okay. Okay. Any questions?
Mr. Mayor, that's where the fire took place over on the far end of Broadway there just recently?
It's the Solo building, is it?
Or,
Yeah, it's the Solo building, yeah.
Okay. It's good. Needed to be fixed, I think. Everything.
Yeah, okay. I expected it to be a much higher cost than that, quite frankly. So hopefully that's it.
This is just the engineering.
Oh, this is just the engineering.
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
No, I don't feel so good. Okay.
That changes the water.
Yeah, that changes the water on the beans. Is it? Thank you very much, or thank you very much for that. That being it, I'll just again remind everyone that Wednesday, of course, please remember our veterans and our contributions, of course, important contributions to our wars. And buy a poppy, donate to the poppy campaign, but please do not come down to the square on Wednesday. We'll post some pictures and things as well about what went on, but so we really appreciate you not coming this year. So thank you again very much. There being nothing else on the agenda, I'll declare the meeting adjourned.